Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today's date is Monday, March 30th, 2020. I'm your host, Nick, and welcome to Nick's Nomad Paradise. I want to welcome everyone to the show and all the super fans and everyone. I sure hope Kirk and Ruby are still around. I don't know. Sure hope they are. Hope they're doing well. Well, I see we're several weeks now into this lockdown and everything. The tarp's still up on my car. That's one thing, since everything's closed, like the parks. I'm not talking just city parks. I'm talking national parks as well, closed and all this. This is my tarp. I put this up every night. Fell over the car. As you can see, from living in this car, it's a small car, it's hard to live in it. And but I do the best I can. I get by. I sure hope you're doing well out there. I believe this is way overblown. Way overblown. Just look at the numbers of people infected against the people that have died. A few people have died, unfortunately. Yes, people die, around 50,000 or so die annually in the United States alone from the flu every year. Anyway, let's look at some of the people who have died. Well, some of them, a lot of them, are in their 90s. People in their 90s do die. We don't need to stop the presses. Normally, you would say that person lived a long life. Gee, I hope I could live to be 98-year-old man. I sure hope that. I get this one woman on there, TV out of LA. Apparently, her husband, she'd go there almost every day to see her husband in a nursing home. She's younger than him, and I don't know, I say she's pushing 90, and he had to be probably over 100. Men and women over 100 do die, period. And yes, they'll die of the flu too. Yeah, they'll die because they got cold overnight like a bird, and then they die. And they're old. What do you want? They're very old, you know. So I believe this is way blown out of proportion. This time of year is cold and flu season. It's common. This time of year, people do get sick. Most people don't die, but they will get sick. And it's cold and flu. That's why, remember, cold and flu season? Again in the fall, it'll start up again, too. That's when the cold and flu remedy, like Tylenol, makes all their money off of this. So I believe this is a cover, and what's a cover for? It would be apparent now. It's a financial meltdown. And I'm not talking about a recession like we had, a bad one in 1982, when Reagan was president. We had a bad one. But we're talking a depression. We're not talking about a recession. We're talking about a depression. Now, my parents were old. I'm 57, and they were older. My mom was 37 when she had me. And she would tell me stories about, she grew up in Chicago, up on the north side, so did my dad. And, but my dad, he came from a large family, Irishmen's, from Ireland, and they had 7 brothers and sisters. So I think he did a little bit better than my mom. My mom just had herself, and it wasn't as good. Neither one was doing that great, but, one had it a little easier than the other. Didn't suffer quite as much. But my mom would tell me stories, and there would be toilet paper shortages. I remember her telling me that. I'm like, Mom, come on. Anyway, she had a real good close friend of hers, a sorority sister, named Dorothy. And one day she goes over. Dorothy was from the old country, from Romania or something, Hungary. Hungary. I'm sorry, she's Hungarian. And anyway, her father is from the old country as well. And he had taken out a wall inside of a walk-in closet, removed the wall, and he showed my mother. He had I remember telling me, thousands of rolls of toilet paper. Thousands. He hoarded it. And he was so proud. My mom thought it was kind of odd, But he was so proud that he had, I don't know, his Hungarian connections or whatever. He got the toilet paper. Somehow he gets the toilet paper. And he takes out a wall. This is an apartment, like a 5-room apartment in Chicago, right? An apartment. He takes out the wall of the walk-in closet, removes it professionally, so you can't tell it, and behind the wall is thousands of rolls of toilet paper. I mean, geez. Wow. You can't tell me that's died out. I go to a Walmart yesterday. I finally get up to got some courage, and I go into Walmart. And I had to pick up my medicine. So anyway, I walk past the toilet paper aisle because that's usually where at the end is where they have the cheap rolls of paper towels that are Walmart brand. And I get them. They're easy for septic systems to discard. You know, they're light. But that's why they're cheap. They're only 49 cents in the U.S. They're cheap. And of course they're out of them. The entire aisle, and it's a long aisle, several shelves, empty. I gotta go back there if I can get the guts again. Now I think about it, I had my phone with me. Why didn't I take a picture of this? I've taken a picture of a few odd things, and I thought, it'd be encouraging if people would think about doing that. Take some pictures of this. Because if you notice these strip malls, and it's called a necessary business unless they're vital businesses, they have to close. If you look, all these businesses closed, those people aren't coming back. Okay, now they've given them unemployment. In fact, the unemployment service in different states here crashed in several states. They're done by states, unemployment, and they crashed because they're emitting a 3.5 million. And now next week, if they admit, it'll be another 3.5 million. All those businesses you're seeing, they're not coming back. People are worried about losing their jobs and how they're going to pay their bills. Well, here's the news. They lost their jobs. Now, rule of thumb, unemployment is 2/3 of your take-home pay. But I understand that the president signed authorization allowing an extra $600 per week to be given on top of the benefits already being received. At that point, a person's going to make what they used to make. In other words, they're going to make what they used to make. So for a while, because it's only temporary, for a while, it'll work. People will be making between the government throwing in money and the state throwing in more money. You're coming home with what you get. So your rent and bills are going to be paid for a while. But after that ends, they've extended unemployment. It's great. They're also offering a stimulus package. So if you paid your taxes, or if you're on Social Security, they have your Social Security number anyway. And if you're direct deposit, they'll just take care of that when they get to your account. At that point, they'll take care of it. Not before then. So that'll be nice because prices have gone up, not just for me, but for a lot of people. I used to get refilled coffee every morning from 7-Eleven. I'd pay $1 for it. Well, anyway, with this COVID-19, they wind up moving the coffee behind the counter, and now the employees have to serve you the coffee, and then they're told how many sugars and creams you can have with the coffee. Well, I like my coffee. I always have since I was 18, started drinking it. I've always had my coffee Boston. It's extra cream, extra sugar. I like a lot of each. That's how I always have drank it, never had a problem. Well, anyway, they have a problem with that 7-Eleven. So I'm like, oh, well. So then I'm like, well, I have to go about a mile further. I go up the road to Convoy, and there's a Starbucks. Starbucks, no problem. I have my sugar, my coffee, and I take that to go. I'll be going there in a little while, as a matter of fact, I hope. And take care of all that. And get some coffee, because it's not a problem there. Unfortunately, it went from $1 at 7-Eleven up to $5.40 at Starbucks. So that's an increase right there. But now who I stay with, the people I stay with, the organization, they've been so kind and wonderful with feeding us every night. So that money that I'm paying for the coffee is being offset by feeding me. So I don't have to have money for food. So I was being upset a little bit. Plus, the parking lot that normally you have to be off by 7 a.m. Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, you can now stay because everything is closed and locked down. You can now stay 24 hours a day here, which is real nice because I just come back here, put my tarp back up. That's what you're seeing in the background there. I put my tarp back up and I'm in. I watch movies or whatever, and that's what people are probably doing. You watch whatever is available, and, another day. And like I said, this is overblown. This is for a cover for depression. This way people actually go out and vote the person back in, Trump back in, I figure. People are that dumb. I mean, I never cared for the guy anyway. But look what he was running against. Either way, you were going to get horrible. Nothing was going to change. It never is going to change. Whether you vote with an R or a D, it doesn't matter. Okay? They're the same. It's two sides of the same coin. They're exactly the same. More cameras, more surveillance. It doesn't matter who's president. More war. It doesn't matter who's president. Doesn't matter what party's in charge. As things march forward. More war, more surveillance. And that surveillance, those cameras at every intersection across America, they have to be monitored. Those cameras cost $20,000 to $50,000 a unit. You better believe who's manufacturing them is making a killing. I bet you're going to find out some senators own the company that manufactures it. We've been usurped totally. We've lost our rights. We can't even go to a park anymore. We've lost our rights. Unless we do something about it immediately, time to leave the country, I would say. Try to find something somewhere else, something. But remember, if you leave a country, you're a foreigner then. But I think the time has come to be looking at options at this point. I know my option is only 30 minutes to myself. I'll just go to Mexico and live there. But I think it's getting pretty late. That's one reason why I'm here. I'm 30 minutes away. And I didn't think a virus was coming or anything like that, no. But I knew they just couldn't keep going. Something was going to have to give. It was getting real bad. Something gave, all right, and they're using this as cover for what's really a problem, and it's a financial meltdown. They're going to say that melted down financially because of this COVID-19 virus. But really it's because of the people that have been at the top, like Goldman Sachs. It's Goldman Sachs, no matter who's the president, whether it's a D or an R in front of their name, it's Goldman Sachs is right there. They don't change. They're not going anywhere. And what was it? $1.5 trillion on the one day, and you saw the market going up a little bit. But that's been falling, but now it's kind of going back up a little. They keep pumping so much equity, so much capital gain reinvest, 401k reinvest money from people. They keep pumping it back into the stock market to prop it up a little bit. Anyway, keep this in mind. These businesses are going to be closed. They're not going to be reopening. Some will. Some chains will have a few stores. I know Starbucks has closed quite a few stores, but they left a few open. I figured the ones that closed are reopening, and the ones that are left out of that pile, they may close some of those too. It's going to get pretty weird for maybe as long as 10 years. And I figure how this will ultimately end. Ultimately, the end game will be a war. And I mean probably a nuclear war. That'd be down the road within about 10 years. I figure from now. I don't know if I'll be alive then, but yeah. I figure about 10 years, they definitely want to get out of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Governor, said in Terminator 3, you want to get out of the blast zones. America is a blast zone. Russia is a blast zone. China is a blast zone. They're blast zones. You got to get out. Mexico is not a blast zone. They have nothing nuclear. in Mexico. So you can go to Mexico and they're not a blast zone. However, death clouds, it's a radioactive cloud goes floating around, that would kill you too. But, you just get out of the blast zones. Keep going south. The further south you go, the less of a blast zone you're in. Just keep going south. And hopefully you can, because remember, the Mexicans are going to know that gringos are going to be coming over the border to go south because they're freaking out. They already are, and they already kind of cut. They're saying the Americans got to have the right kind of paper in order to be in the country of Mexico, and the right kind of paper is a Jackson, it's a $20 bill. Use your head. $20 bill is, a police officer is going to have to work a month to see that kind of money. A month before they see that kind of money. So of course they're shaking you down for a $20 bill. And that's the right kind. That's how they put it, literally. Americans must have the right kind of paper to be in Mexico. Yeah, it's a $20 bill or something. You gotta have like a $20 bill or a $10 bill, and that's the right kind of paper from America. You need is paper, and it's the right kind. Yeah, so they shake you down a little bit there, but let's hope. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I want to thank everyone very much for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing fine. Don't forget to check out other great people out there, like Living in My Car. She crisscrosses the country. Serena's Simple Life. She's always around places out west and that. Seems like great people out there. Minimalism, Irish Traveler. Those are all great things to check out. So please go ahead and check out on YouTube or your favorite speaking software, and check out what's out there. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.